expressed. Now 45th verse. आपने सकल रूपे सेवे न आपने प्यारे अनुग्रह करे न पाय सेई जने. So in all these forms, he serves himself. He serves himself. That means what? Balaram and Krishna are not different. And what is he doing? He is serving himself. Whoever receives his mercy can understand this truth. Swayamrupa Krishna has personally appeared as Swayam Prakash, Sri Baladev, in order to relish spiritual happiness. Please refer to Chaitanya Charitamrita verses quoted in the purport of verse 43. So here Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives verse 46 now. In his Tota Ratnavali, Sri Alvandaru Yamanacharya has written 37th verse of Stotra Ratnavali. Alvandaru Yamanacharya is the spiritual master of Sripad Ramanujacharya. Nivasa Shayasana Padukam Shashuko Padhana Varsha Tapa Varanadibihi Sharira Bhedaistava Sheshatam Gatayir Yathochitam Shesha Itirite Janaihi. O my Lord, when will I satisfy you and Lakshmi, who are both seated on the serpent bed Ananta? Although Ananta is your transcendental personal expansion, he has accepted your service in the form of your residence, bed, sitting place, sleepers, garments, pillow, umbrella. Therefore, he is appropriately known by people as Shesha. So, whatever paraphernalia is there around Krishna is nothing but the facility given by himself in the form of Balaram. Because Balaram is servant to God, so he performs everything. He gives all the facilities to Krishna. That is why when you go to the temple, it is said, don't lean on the railings, because the railings are also expansion of Balaraman. Don't find some corners to go and rest on the temple walls. The people find the corners where they can go and keep their back on the temple walls. The whole temple, if you see, is an expansion of Balaraman. Then you'll say, then how to keep feet on the temple then? Back should not be kept. Front portion should not be kept. Then we are keeping foot on the temple. Then how will you go then? Then you have to crawl and go. Like like when Raman, when he went to Tirumala, and also when he went to Ranganath temple, he crawled. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu crawled because it is Shaligram. So you have to either crawl and go, but we cannot do that. That is why we are walking and going. When you walk and go, the first thing what you should do when you enter the temple is pay obeisances there and beg for the forgiveness for the offenses we are doing by stepping on the temple. That is why it is said, wash your feet and then go inside. Why all these things are given? Because they are all expansions of Balaram. We cannot go with a dusty feet inside the temple. The first and the foremost thing is we should wash. That is why facility to wash should be there in every temple. Now you'll say in Mira Road then. In Mira Road temple, the facility is there, but it is very much in the back side. In the front itself, washing facility should be there. In Jagannath Center, we are doing that. First and the foremost thing is wash your feet, and that too from behind, so that your karmas and all, you're trying to get free from your negative karmas. Negativity you're not taking and going. Even when you come to the house also, you have to wash your feet. In the olden houses, they used to have even in going the villages also, they have the washing place outside the house. Now that facility is not there. So people go till the bathroom, wash, and then come. Some people take the boot inside. That is more horrible. Chappals inside, more horrible, most horrible. Then you say what to do? Our all chappals are getting stolen when we are keeping outside. That is what is the city life. In city life, whatever negativities are there, na, that all are in abundance. And we have all the excuses to have our life more in negativity. But in villages, even today also, they wash the feet and they go inside. But we don't have that. At least in the temples, when we enter, we should have this etiquette. First, wash it and wash the feet, and then go because they are all expansions of Balaram. Temple is nothing but expansion of Balaram. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.3.25, Devaki prays to the Supreme Lord in the following words. Bhavani kaha shishyate ashesha samyaha. At the time of cosmic annihilation, you alone remain, and you are known as Ananta Sheshanag. In his Lakutoshani commentary on this verse, Jiva Goswami has stated, you alone remain and are called, and therefore you are called Asheshaha. The complete Ekaha can refer to the spiritual realm as well. It is non-different from the Lord and does not meet destruction. Ashesha means complete. Can also refer to the Vaikuntha planets. The word samyaha or definition refers to the true nature of an object, indicated by its particular form. According to Sri Vaishnava, Shesha means he who remains shishyate after dissolution. This is also an acceptable definition. The word can also be taken as Shesha, he who remains, instead of Ashesha. This can include the Lord's associate as well, but it does not include the material world or the jivas therein who disappear during the Mahapralaya. So in this paragraph, very elaborately, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that giving quotations from the Lakutoshani from Srimad Bhagavatam, Sheshaha Asheshaha. Asheshaha has been given in Bhagavatam. Asheshaha means complete. Ekaha. Ekaha means Ekaha Shishyate Ashesha Samnyaha. Bhavan Ekaha Shishyate Ashesha Samnyaha. You are the only person who is going to remain. Ashesha refers to you are complete. Ashesha also refers to the spiritual world. So after the Mahapralaya, what is going to remain? That is the spiritual world and Ananta Shesha. Everything else will be dissolved, or it will everything enter the womb of Mahasankarshana. Because it is through Shirodakshai Vishnu, then to Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Karadakshai Vishnu, it enters again. The shelter is Mahasankarshana. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.8, the Supreme Lord speaks the following words to Yogamaya. Within the womb of Devaki is my partial plenary expansion, known as Sankarshana or Shesha. Without difficulty, transfer him into the womb of Rohini. Means Laghu Toshani commentary on this verse. Jiva Goswami says, Shesha means that which remains or part. Akhya means known. He is known as Shesha because of being an expansion of me. Sankarshana is my own form and the shelter of the spiritual abode, my transcendental forms and various energies. So again explaining the word Shesha, he is the same Sankarshana. Everything is annihilated by him. Everything enters in him. He alone remains. And when he is going to appear, he appears in the womb of Devaki, providing a wonderful paraphernalia for Krishna to appear. That is why he is the seventh child. And then, because he is attracted in the womb of Rohini, is also known as Sankarshana, Akarshana, Sankarshana, Sampurna Rupena, Akarshana. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the Balaram in the womb of Rohini and the Balaram in the womb of Devaki has some difference. What is the difference? Balaram in the womb of Rohini is Krishna Balaram of the Vrajabhumi. And the Balaram in the womb of Devaki is Shankarshana. That is the expansion of Balaram Adishesha. So there Aishwarya Bhava, and here it is the Madhurya Bhava or the sweetness. The Madhurima has been expressed. When the angry Lord Baladev was pulling the city of Hastinapur into the Yamuna, with his plough. The Kauravas prayed to him in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.68.46 as follows. O unlimited one of O unlimited one of 1,000 hoods, as a pastime you carry this earthly globe upon one of your heads. At the time of annihilation, you withdraw the entire universe within your body, and remaining all alone, lie down to rest. In his commentary on this Bhagavatam verse, Sanatana Goswami writes, I am Shesha, the upholder of the earth, and though different from the Supreme Lord, why am I glorified as being non different from him? In answer to this, the next line says, even at the time of annihilation, Shesha does not fail to perform his duty of protection because he withdraws the universe within himself. He remains there, paritaha shishyamanaha, as only evidence of the Lord, and therefore is called Shesha, the remainder. So the word Shesha has been expressed. Shesha also refers to Ashesha, the complete. Shesha also refers to the remainder. Reminder here refers to, he is a proof that everything has been annihilated by him. Shesha also refers to the other things which has been provided by for Krishna. All the paraphernalia given by Krishna, facilities given by Krishna. In his commentary on the description of the characteristics of Rudra in the 19th chapter of Laghu Bhagavatamrita, yesterday there was one question of who is Rudra. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan writes, a Shesha who holds a buffalo horn and bow, who is the bed of Lord Vishnu, and who is replete with the all-accommodating potency is the Supreme Lord. The Shesha who supports the earth is among the living entities who are empowered by the Lord. So in the description of Balaram from the Laghu Bhagavatamrita 87 it is stated, the Sankarshana from the second Chaturviha merges with the Shesha who supports the earth and appears as Balaram. The two forms of Shesha are he who supports the earth and he who is the bed of Lord Vishnu. The Shesha who holds the earth is called Sankarshana because he is empowered incarnation of Sankarshana. The Shesha who is bed of Lord Narayana considers himself the friend and servant of Narayana. So in this way, Sankarsana Balaram has two responsibilities. One responsibility is holding all the universes as Sankarshana, providing all the facilities. Then he is a friend also, servant also of Narayana as Shesha. So it is Ananta Shesha. Ananta hoods, Ananta cosmic universes, held in Ananta hoods of Krishna, Ananta hoods of Balaram, who has expanded now as Ananta mouths to glorify Ananta Leelas of Krishna. Krishna Ananta, Krishna Leela is also Ananta. Same Ananta Shesha Ananta appears as Shesha also. Is also known as Shesha, Ananta Shesha. Two words, Ananta Shesha. Actually, they are one person, Ananta Shesha. The same snake has, the Lord appears as a snake, Balaram appears as a snake with 1,000 hoods, Ananta, and the Shesha, giving wonderful facilities for Krishna to lie down. So in this way, Ananta Shesha is uh, is also Rudra. They are also characteristics of Rudra. They are also Rudra. So who is Rudra? Rudra is expansion of Lord Shiva. Now who is Lord Shiva? Expansion of Shambhu. Who is Shambhu? Expansion of Sadashiv. If you go from the behind also. Who is Sadashiv? Expansion of Mahasankarshana. Who is Mahasankarshana? He is expansion of same Sankarshana. Who is Sankarshana? The quadruple expansion of Balaram. So in this way, one has to be very clear that for the purpose of creation, different forms have been taken by Krishna. First expansion itself is Balaram, and then different forms are taken by Balaram. Anantera Amshaha Shri Garuda Mahabali Lilaya Balaye Krishne Hana Kutuhali. The most powerful Garuda, the expansion of Anantadeva, enjoys his pastimes as Krishna's carrier. Now, who is Garuda? Is the most wonderful thing which is given. Who is Garuda? Garuda is the carrier of Krishna. Then who is that? Who is giving that facility? It is Anantadeva only is giving. Balaram is only giving the facilities. So Balaram can appear as Garuda. Balaram can appear as bell. You offer bell. Balaram can appear as a glass for Krishna to give water. Balaram can appear as a plate. Balaram appears in the form of dhoop. So that is why flowers that are offered to Krishna, they're all expansions of Balaram. Whatever you use in the service of Krishna, they're nothing but expansion of Shesha. That's why it's an etiquette that we have to know. We have to very carefully deal with the things which has been used in Krishna service. The powerful Sri Garudadeva, who is expansion of Anantadeva, is simultaneously Lord Vishnu's servant, friend, sitting place, flag, and carrier. As stated by Yamanacharya in Stotratnavali 38, Dasaha Sakha Vahanam Asanam Tvajo Yastevatanam Vyajanam Trayimaya Upastitam Tena Puro Guru Garutmata Tvat Angari Samardha Kina Kina Kinanka Shobhina. O Lord, when will I satisfy you? Who are present before me with Garuda, who is a servant, friend, carrier, sitting place, flag, canopy, and charmer, and who is personified Rig, Sam, Yajurveda, he who is decorated with the impressions of your lotus feet. Now, Garuda has been glorified. In the temple, you have Garuda Stamba. Without taking the darshan of Garuda Stamba, you cannot even enter the temple. In South temples, you have very big, like huge Garuda Stambas. They're very, very tall, and Garuda sits on the top, and he takes with the folded hands, takes darshan of Krishna, allows the devotee also to take darshan of Krishna. If you see in Jagannath Puri, there's a Garuda Stamba, and there you can have the fingerprints of Chaitanya. Chaitanya used to hug Garuda Stamba, and from there used to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, feeling himself unqualified to take to go near Jagannath. So that's the mood of Chaitanya, and Chaitanya has taught this mood to us also. Our mood should be we are not so qualified to go near Krishna. Our mood should be to take shelter of Garuda. Garuda is Anantadeva. And that is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his fingers are still, today also devotees when they go, they touch that fingerprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It so happened once when the Netrotsav festival was there. Now Jagannath is after 15 days, the temple is open, Netrotsav. At that time, so much of rush was there, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was behind. As the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very tall, he is very tall. For him, taking darshan from far is also not difficult. But there was a woman, an old woman, who was very short. What she did was, out of ecstasy, she just wanted to take darshan of Chaitanya of Jagannath. She climbed on the shoulders of Chaitanya. Everybody, especially Govinda, who was the personal servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was rebuking her, scolding her, "Hey, what nonsense you're doing? You're climbing on Mahaprabhu." Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, see her eagerness, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was near the Garud Stamba. And somehow she took the help of Garud Stamba, climbed on the shoulders of Chaitanya and taking darshan. At the time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I am so surprised with the devotion what she has. She is not to be rebuked. Instead, she has to be glorified. Because that eagerness, what she has, why that eagerness is not there in me? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies this woman. So Garud Stamba is like, now it indicates, yes, that from here, the temple paraphernalia starts. Garud himself is Balaram. And from here, the temple paraphernalia starts. That is why we should wash the feet and then go. In Jagannath Puri, you have a very wonderful facilities. The water continuously flows and the devotees' feet are washed automatically. They have a very wonderful facilities over there. And then there's a Garud Stamba. They go and take darshan there and then only go to uh, take darshan of Jagannath, Lord Jagannath. Even in South temples also you have. Even Mayapur, you have Garuda sitting exactly before the deities of Narsimha Deva. It's to the in the entrance exactly opposite is Lord Narsimha Deva. So Garuda has been glorified. Mm. Other editions have Bulave or Vahave in the place of Balaye. Balaye means surrounding or prosperity in service. Bulaye means traveling, and Vahaye means carrying. So Balaram has been described as Bulaye. He is traveling everywhere along with Krishna. He is also called as Vahave because he is carrying Krishna. And Balaye, prosperity in service. That is, whatever you find around you to serve Krishna, that is nothing but expansion of Garuda. And Garuda Vahana. Garuda is a Vahana for Krishna, and Garuda is expansion of Balarama. Ki Brahma, Ki Shiva, Ki Sanakadi Kumara, Vyasa Shuka, Naradadi Bhaktanamayan Ayandraha. Lord Balaram, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Sanatan, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar, Vyasdeva, Shukadev Goswami, Narada are all pure devotees, eternal servants of the Lord. Again, this in the purport of verse 21, it has been given. सबार पूजित श्री अनंत महाशय सहस्रवदन प्रभु भक्ति रसमय. Ananta Shesha is described. Lord Sri Ananta is worshipped by the uncontaminated devotees mentioned above. He has thousands of hoods and is a reservoir of all devotional service. It is said he himself cannot measure the unlimited glories of Krishna. He has thousand hoods and thousand hoods, thousands and thousands of hoods carrying thousands and thousands of universes. It said the universes they merge out from the pores of Karnadakshayi Vishnu. Ananta Brahmandas. Like if a gunny bag of mustard seeds are just poured, it's impossible to count. You cannot count mustard seeds. Like gunny bag of mustard seeds are there. We'll say, no, we'll try to count. It will be a very extraneous effects. At least that you can count. Keeping many hundreds of devotees or maybe hundreds of people to count. But how to count the unlimited universes? To understand one universe itself is so difficult. So that has been given. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Sukadeva Goswami says to Maharaj Parikshit, a plenary portion of Krishna entered Devaki's womb as her seventh child, arousing her pleasure and lamentation. That plenary portion is celebrated by great sages as Ananta, who belongs to the Krishna's second quadruple expansion. Lord Brahma speaks to demigods in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.24 as follows. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshan, who is known as Ananta. He is the original of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, this original Sankarshan will appear as Baladev, just to please the Lord Krishna in his traditional pastimes. Now, previous to even Sankarshana's expansion is Balarama. Balaram enjoys with Krishna. He serves Krishna in all the five rasas. In the Krishna Sandarbha 86, Srila Jiva Goswami writes, Vasudeva refers to the son of Vasudeva. His first part or kala is Sankarshan or Ananta. When you say kala, kala refers to expansion, first part, they are known as kala. Then further, as Sankarshan, he is the original form. Swarat means he exists independently. The name Ananta indicates he is not restricted by space and time. That Shesha has thousands of mouths. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.65.28, Yamuna offers the following prayer to Lord Balram. Rama Rama Mahabaho Najani Tava Vikramam Yasi Kamshena Vigrata Jagati Jagatah Pate. This is a very wonderful pastime where Yamuna then offers prayer to Balaram. Initially, Yamuna was not giving the way. Then Lord Balaram took his plow and started dragging Yamuna. At that time, she starts glorifying. O Rama, Balaram, Balaram, Mahabahu, you're mighty armed. Najane tava vikramam. I was not knowing, I know nothing of your progress. I was not knowing that. Yasi kamshena vidrataha. With a single portion of yourself, you hold up the earth. Single portion. What is that single portion? Sankarshana. A single portion, Ananta. O Lord of the universe. Single portion. Lord appears, Balaram appears. Sankarshana, same Sankarshana, Ananta. The word Kamshena with a single portion is explained in the commentary as referring to the Lord's expansion as Shesha, Ananta Shesha. Therefore, the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.8 says, my partial plenary expansion is known as Sankarshana or Shesha. In the commentary on this verse, it is stated, he who remains after dissolution is called Shesha. This statement indicates Shesha is a permanent form or Amsha of the Lord, and who finds the glories of the Lord as endless. Endless, that means unlimited. Who understood? Yes, Lord's glories are unlimited. So Ananta is the first incarnation of the Lord. He's a master of all mystic power. At the same time, he's a servant of God. He is a Vaishnava. Since there is no end to his glories, no one can understand him fully. Adi Deva Mahayogi Ishvara Vaishnava Mahimara Anantaha Antaha Iha Na Janaye Sava. So he is a Vaishnava, Ananta is a Vaishnava, Sankarshana is a Vaishnava, Sadashiva is a Vaishnava, Sambhu is a Vaishnava, Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava. Vaishnava means one who serves Krishna. So where there is a difference between Krishna and his devotees, in the same way there is no difference between Krishna and Lord Shiva, except for one is master, another one is servant. That much is only the difference. There is no big difference between Krishna and his servants. His servants are always thinking about Krishna. And that is how one has to be always eager. Anxiety should be there to bring Balaram, Anantashesha. Anantashesha expands himself as a temple. Today morning I was writing. This anxiety should be taken by each and every one of you. Wherever temple of Lord comes, there we have to put all other efforts. These efforts are nothing but the strength which will be given by Balaram. Our eagerness, our anxiety, Krishna will help. Krishna helps in the form of Balaram. But we don't have anxiety, that is our problem. We think that okay, it will come, somebody will do. There are so many devotees who will do. Why should not I do? Why that anxiety I should not take? Then there are so many other questions. Will I get ATG? Will I get this? And then everything will be given. But we don't want to do. We have so many questions, but we don't want to take a step. So I request every devotee, when Meera Road Temple was there, irrespective of different, from where they are, everybody donated. From Kolhapur, practically 50 lakhs to 60 lakhs had come from Kolhapur. Why did they donate here? Our eagerness should be there to approach. You'll say, we are staying here, who will give to Thana? Doesn't matter. Every temple is actually the feather in Srila Prabhupada's cap. From wherever, now this is now the priority, we should choose the priority. Somebody told me that time, Mataji, you're a fool. I said, why? Why did you give 2 crores to Meera Road Temple? That you could have kept for Thane Temple. I said, when Thane anxiety will come, that time Lord himself will do something. Now the anxiety is for the Meera Road construction to be completed, we should do that. That is our priority now. At that time, we should not think, oh, our temple is there. Now we have to do for our temple. Why we should donate there? No, but whatever is priority. The priority is now the temple construction is on. And because of the war which is happening, the rates of the steel, cement are increasing considerably, especially March 10th. It is going to increase. The news has come. Before that, we are booking, actually, we have booked all the steel, whether we are having that much amount to pay or not. We have just given the booking so that some money will be saved. Srila Prabhupada says, try to save the uh, money of Krishna. So in this way, using Krishna's service, we have to work. All of us have to work very hard. Every day, at least contact 5 people. You may be failure. You may not be very successful. Don't give up. That 5 may not do. Somebody else may do. You have neighbors around. Hmm. You have known people. We have not scratched our head to know how many we know. Actually, we know so many, but we have not yet scratched our head. We should sit with a pen and a paper, how many we know. And then there is a chain, how many they know, our known to known. So in this way, how many people they know. So we can, it is like how viral was spread. The same way, keep this as a viral now. Spread it. Your known one may know somebody else. Motivate them also. Give them the chance to serve Krishna. Don't make a blank and a firm statement. Nobody is interested. That shows you are not interested. Because you are not interested in pursuing, you are not giving that interest to others also. There are people, very new people, are really doing it. Now today's message I had put, when Mataji has donated 1 lakh, she has just come once in the temple. She was the one who donated for even for the Go Seva. She just came once to the temple and she's inspired. So I request everybody of you, every one of you, don't waste time. Take this anxiety till the temple comes. Don't have any other agendas in your anxieties. There are so many agendas in our anxiety, this anxiety, that anxiety. Take just one anxiety. That is somehow before the rainy season, we should finish off with the temple because again rainy season, there will be a delay in the construction. For that we require Lakshmi. So do it and Krishna will help. And just don't say, I have finished my target. There's nothing like targets and all those things. Till the temple construction, talk to people, talk to people. Many known people are there. There are many unknown people of your known people also. So do it. Okay? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
अच्छा
Pranam.
Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanwad.